Fox News alert, ICE under attack again. At the crack of dawn, a sniper fired multiple rounds at an ICE facility in Dallas. Rounds hit an ICE van. 2 illegals were hit. 1 is dead. The sniper is Joshua John. He's 29. Here's a picture from 2015. He opened fire from a nearby building. It was a miracle an ICE agent wasn't killed.
You know, I know so many of those officers and agents down there. That's where I started my career. The windows that they show is my old office. So whoever was sitting in my old chair had to, duck under the desk.
The shooter committed suicide after the attack. The FBI says there was an ideological motive to the rampage. He scrawled messages on his bullets.
Early evidence that we've seen from rounds that were found near the suspected shooter contain messages that are anti-ICE in nature.
The sniper had anti-ICE carved into the shell casings. But the media says no one knows the motive. Maybe the gunman was a comedian.
You can't just assume by that what was written on that shell casing that that's necessarily his motivation. He could have been doing that to thinking it was funny, trying to put law enforcement on the wrong track.
Well, ICE says it was a clear attack on ICE, and the director of the ICE facility doesn't think it's funny.
The rhetoric has to stop. There are people out there who are seeing what is being placed online, and they're coming and they're doing acts of violence against ICE employees. So that's kind of all I have for today, is that it's just got to stop. It's dangerous, and people are losing their lives.
Just a month ago, the same exact ICE facility got bomb threats. And another Texas ICE facility just a few months ago was fired on by Trantifa. They baited agents and launched a sophisticated attack with military precision. We've seen riots outside of ICE buildings in L.A., Portland, and Illinois. Just yesterday, Antifa stormed an ICE facility in Oregon with homemade weapons. You see a pattern? MSNBC says ICE are the ones who should tone it down.
We have seen just the rhetoric escalate. We've also seen the very dramatic videos of ICE nabbing individuals and tossing them into unmarked vehicles. A lot of these ICE agents have been masked, and so it has been very divisive. And there's been a lot of fear in the different communities where we've been reporting.
ICE has been divisive? They're doing what the country voted for. They're enforcing immigration laws that Congress wrote. That's called democracy. Attacks on ICE are up over 800%, and our politicians are egging it on.
Donald Trump's modern-day Gestapo is scooping folks up off the streets. They're in unmarked vans, wearing masks, being shipped off to foreign torture dungeons.
Secret police who are masked, who are intimidating, who are scaring people. These Gestapo-like tactics.
It does look like a Gestapo operation. It does look like the Gestapo.
When you keep calling federal agents Nazis, crazies are going to treat them like Nazis and shoot them. Last night, Gavin Newsom gave the crazies the green light.
Masked men jumping out of unmarked cars, people disappearing, no due process, no oversight, zero accountability happening in the United States of America today. People ask, well, is authoritarianism, you're being hyperbolic? Bull, we're being hyperbolic. If some guy jumped out of an unmarked car in a van with a mask on, tried to grab me, I mean, by definition, you're going to push back.
The governor of California is calling on the people to push back against a so-called dictator's secret police. And the next day, a gunman sprays bullets into that police facility. The governor feels no responsibility for the words that come out of his mouth. He's not saying march peacefully and patriotically against ICE.
When they lie about who they're arresting, when they lie about the actual job of law enforcement, what they're doing is encouraging crazy people to go and commit violence. If your political rhetoric encourages violence against our law enforcement, you can go straight to hell, and you have no place in the political conversation of the United States of America.
Democrats call ICE the Gestapo, and then they get shot at. And the media says it's ICE's fault since they're divisive. They did the same thing with Charlie Kirk. They said Kirk had it coming. And the governors, who should be working with ICE to get bad hombres out of the communities, are trying to unmask them so they get doxxed and harassed.
It's like a dystopian sci-fi movie. unmarked cars, people en masse, people quite literally disappearing, no due process, no rights, no rights. Enough. ICE, unmask. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of?
Last week, the governor signed a bill to force ICE agents to expose their faces to cameras and cartels. The man mandated masks to stop the spread of a virus, but wants to remove masks so we can't stop the spread of migrants. Some of these politicians deny ICE attacks are even happening. Johnny was in D.C. this summer. Watch.
Do you condemn the attacks on ICE agents?
What attacks on ICE agents?
But I also condemn ICE being masked, coming up in unmarked vehicles, terrorizing our communities, kidnapping people. I condemn that too. I condemn both.
Did you wear a mask in 2020?
Did I wear a mask in 2020 during the pandemic? Yeah.
Isn't that the same thing?
No.
Got to protect yourself.
No, it's not the same thing.
Don't wear masks in our community. You're terrorizing women. Real men don't terrorize women.
Did you wear a mask in 2020?
Look, for health reasons, I'm not a cop, so like whatever cute gotcha you think you have there.
They're protecting themselves.
But look, do you know anyone who gets more threats than me? These ICE agents aren't getting more threats than me.
Jesse Watters probably gets a little more threats.
Well, Jesse Watters, not a real man.
These politicians have around-the-clock security, armed guards, drivers, a bubble around them so that people can't get close. What do these officers have? Nothing. They go home to their families in a residential neighborhood with no gates and an address in the white pages. Politicians with protection are inciting violence against officers with none. You don't think the threats are real? Tom Homan's been forced out of his home.
I have a 24/7 security detail because of threats against me. I don't live with my family because I don't want them around danger as much as I can. So, you know, it's tough, but I'm not going away. I'm not shutting up. I'm going to continue fighting to make this country great again.
Democrats have declared war. Not my words, theirs.
We're in a war right now to save this country, and so you have to be willing to do whatever is necessary in order to save the country.
Think about how they're programming people. They're at war, and they have to win by any means necessary. That ICE is the president's Nazi Gestapo, and if they don't push back, democracy's dead.
I fear that we will not have an election in 2028. I really mean that in the core of my soul, unless we wake up to the code red, what's happening in this country, and we wake up soberly to how serious this moment is.
You know what happened when Jack Nicholson ordered a code red? They beat someone to death.
Did you order the code red?
I did the job. Did you order the code red? You're right, I did.
They shot Steve Scalise. They shot Trump once, then tried to shoot him again. Burnt down the governor's mansion in Pennsylvania, shot up Christian schools and ICE facilities, shot up an ABC affiliate, planted bombs under a Fox truck, and assassinated Charlie Kirk. Even they're admitting they have a problem. The Atlantic says left-wing terrorism is on the rise. That's the Atlantic. 26% of voters say Charlie getting shot on campus was understandable. Whose side do you think they're on? Charlie got killed, and hostile liberals are still harassing conservatives on campus. One guy tried debating HBCU students. He got mobbed. That conservative needed a police escort to leave campus. Kimmel lost his job for 4 days, and they said free speech was under attack. Charlie Kirk was killed for exercising free speech, and they said he had it coming. They say we need more civil debate, and we need to be more civil. So when we try to engage in civilized debate, they chase us off campus. Now the freedom of the press is under attack. But when it's conservative press, the media is silent. Here's a reporter getting swarmed outside the UN. Watch.
Like that.
Charlie Kirk.
Why would I say that? Why would I say that?
He's racist.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. Well, look at you. Look at you. Look at you.
He's a black woman.
Hey, stop it. Stop it. Get off.
Get off.
That looks civil. Hillary says the rhetoric has to stop, and we agree, but she says not from her, from you.
We have got to stop demonizing each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, I think most of that right now in our country's history is coming, from the right. We have got to stop with the finger pointing and the scapegoating.
Hillary called half the country deplorables and irredeemable, despicable Neanderthals who needed to be deprogrammed and have their First and Second Amendments stripped. What has the right said about Hillary that Bill hasn't already said? And it's not like men in MAGA hats are shooting up Planned Parenthoods and Hollywood celebrities or journalists or politicians. No one on the right is acting on the language we're using. On the left, they are. And it's starting to feel like that's the Democrats' strategy. Intimidate us into shutting our mouths. They're using bullets to bully us into political submission. It kind of feels like they know what they're doing.
Political violence has gotten out of control in this country. We got to stop it. We got to condemn it. And that starts, unfortunately, at the very top of the Democratic Party. If you want to stop political violence, stop attacking our law enforcement as the Gestapo. If you want to stop political violence, stop telling your supporters that everybody who disagrees with you is a Nazi. If you want to stop political violence, look in the mirror.
And if they're not going to look in the mirror and stop triggering their crazies to shoot us, stab us, and blow up our cars, then we're going to have to crack down. We can't sit back and not defend ourselves. It's open season on us. And if we're not going to save ourselves, who else are we going to save?
Want even more Fox News on YouTube? Become a Fox News Patriot today. Click join to find out how.